Hey you. Good morning. Have a little treat. Good girl. Well, good morning. It's coffee time. I've done the chores, fed the cat, fed the crow. The crow is eating some mince there. It's a glorious day. Going out into the workshop to clean some coins. Let's go. Putting our boots on. My boots are made in Australia. Tasmania, actually. Yeah. Aussie footwear. Let's go. I am taking a coffee out into the workshop. And it's a cold day, but a sunny day. And today, there's going to be some cleaning of coins. Jay's already started
Hi there.
cleaning up some coins.
Yeah.
What have you done so far?
Well, I'm just trying to buff up just to see what we've got here, if we can find any dates or anything on them. And I've
Yeah,
just
they're
done,
pretty old.
some of these ones here I can just make out. It's King George III and King George II. They're
Wow.
really old. That's
Really
1700s and that's 1800s.
Oh my goodness.
And you can just pick out the,
No wonder there's not a lot of detail in them.
yeah. But that's definitely King George III on there. I've done some little bit of research on it. And
All right, well, I'll give you a hand over on the
Yeah.
other side and we'll get stuck into it.
let's go.
What have you got there, Joe?
Well, I've just got some bicarb soda in vinegar, and this is with the silvers.
Yeah, we only do that with the silvers.
That's right. So if you know,
Bicarbonate of soda and a splash of vinegar and you soak them for a bit. Is that
yeah, just
right?
soak them for a bit, and then we'll give them a bit of a buff up, see if we can actually get some detail on them. So
Yeah, we need to find some detail. These are coins that we've been putting off cleaning for a while, but it's time to get them cleaned up. And I've noticed there's a few buttons we have here, a couple of other unusual things just in here. There's some buttons, a ring. Yeah, look, a lot of work ahead, but let's get stuck into it. I'll get stuck into the silvers. What do you reckon, Joe?
good idea. Yes.
All right. I'm just using my fingers for this one, no gloves. Get Queen Elizabeth's face coming up. Yeah, very, very interesting. You can also sprinkle a bit more bicarb soda on here, so I might just do that. Get a bit more grittiness to it and get some of this black stuff. It almost feels like this florin might have been in a fire or something. Sometimes I just do it very gently and just go back and forth with the coin just to take off any of the dirt that's caught up and trapped in there. No pressure on the brush. That way it doesn't leave any scratches or marks on the silver coin. And yeah, we just keep going. Well, this is the florin. That's about the best I can do. It's a 1960 Australia florin. Very nice coin. I'm not going to get much better than that for the time being. And I'm quite happy with that. It is a very old coin. So I shall probably leave that as is. And I won't be trying to get that any sort of further along. Because you can make the detail, and that's what it's all about, just getting some detail and leaving the rest to the wonderful imagination when it comes to history and metal detecting. So yeah, let's keep going. Only a couple more coins soaking there. We'll get them done and then start on some new ones. Well, I'm cleaning this George the 5th, 1950 sixpence. It's pretty crusty. It's coming up sort of. See the date down the bottom there underneath the crest? Yeah. How's it going there, Joe?
Right. I've found this little coin. I thought it was a sixpence. This is why you've got to brush them down a bit first to find out what you're doing. And I found out it's a Queen Victoria, so I managed to find her face there, just with rubbing on the brush.
See that?
Then I've turned it over and I've continued on and see those little brown bits there? That's rust.
The pitted bits.
Those brown bits.
Oh, yep, yep.
I have to show you there. Those brown bits there.
Yep, in
right?
through there.
And I think what that is rust from a metal object that the coin's been sitting up against in the ground and it's got stuck to it.
Yeah,
so
well, we often dig like iron and all the low tones and the scratchy tones, and we dig all those tones up. So, and then once we've removed the iron, we quite often find these coins
That's right.
deeper or in and around the iron, and that might be from some of that old rusty iron. Is that what you mean?
That's what I mean, yeah. It's stuck up against there. And once you start cleaning it up, you can see that this is a farthing.
Oh, wow.
See the word farthing there?
Farthing.
And
Oh,
I've found a
let's have
date down the bottom,
Let's see.
1884.
Let's try to zoom in there. Farthing. Oh, no, it's not letting... Oh, yeah, I can see it now a little bit. Yep, 1884 farthing. We thought it was a sixpence.
I thought it was a sixpence, yeah, because it's the size of a
wow.
sixpence, so that's why you've got a really...
1884 farthing. Now,
You
that's
can see a
just
little bit of
amazing.
Britannia, a bit of
A
Britannia.
shield, yeah. That's just fantastic. Let's just keep going because now it's getting interesting. We're uncovering coins which we thought they were pennies or sixpences or something like that, and they're proving to be much, much older than we thought because we couldn't see the dates out in the field. So let's keep going, and this is exciting. Right, so the next one that I've been rubbing and scrubbing are threepence that I've been cleaning. And I can't see the date because I haven't got the magnifying glass on here. My glasses aren't that great. Jade, what did you say that threepence was? Because you've got the magnifying glass.
Have a look under the magnifier.
You've got the magnifier there. Don't drop it. And
Yeah, we're looking at, 1868 threepence.
1868 threepence.
Yes.
Thank you. There we go. Cleaning up the 1868 threepence. Got, what do we got on the back? Let's have a look. Got Vicky with a bun. Very nice indeed. Queen Victoria. Notice how these coins are sort of like you've got it up that way. You turn it upside down. And then you've got the Queen's head. Up that way. Got the Queen's head. Whereas later on, when they started manufacturing coins in Australia, if you had the coin with the number of what it was, you used to turn it sideways, like the other way, and it wouldn't be an upside down head. But this is just part of how coins were manufactured back in the 1800s. So you can see these three coins. There's an 1859, it's a halfpenny. That's the small one just there. And then we've got a seeded Britannia, 1889, and another one 1891. So this 1959 coin, I'll give that a go and clean that up, see how that turns out. But yeah, these three coins don't need a lot of work, just a bit of a buff up and then a bit of paraffin oil to preserve them. And that'll be pretty much it. So once again, just a bit of rubbing and see how it comes up a bit. Get some of that dirt and dust off. So this 1959 halfpenny, I did some research. It was minted in Melbourne, one of the few halfpennies that was not minted in Perth, Australia. It was minted in Melbourne, Australia. It's got a ship on this side, and it has the Queen Elizabeth on the obverse. So yeah, very nice coin. So that is come up as best as it can with the brush rub, and then I'll hand that over in Jay's direction for a little bit of Andre pencil work, because it is a copper alloy that it is made from, so Andre pencils can be put on that. The next one I'm going to start rubbing on the little brush is this 1889 one penny Britannia. Let's see what we can get off that. What I mean by that is let's see how much dirt we can get off that. So I'll get on with that process now. So these two pennies have come up as best as I can get them with the brush. So we'll get into them with the Andre pencils in a moment, see if we can take some of the other little bits off. Some of the edges are chipped. It's kind of like the coins have been leaning against something metal or rusty in the ground. So that's why that's sort of happening. And also the soil just eats away at them. I mean, they are 1800s coins. They've been there a long time, but they're still in pretty good condition, and we'll try and preserve what we can. And we've got King George VI, who's Queen Elizabeth's father. So he's on the back of this coin, or on the obverse. And it's an interesting sixpence. So I'm happy to have that to clean up. Very nice. So the next one I'd like to try and clean up a little bit more is this 1861 Britannia penny. So we'll get that sorted and see if we can get a bit more detail up. But beautiful coin, 1861, wow. Stunning coin. So with the copper coins, I just gently rub them back and forth on the brush, on a little brush. That doesn't scratch them, and it just takes out the dirt that's kind of, you know, embedded in and around the Queen's head and torso there. So, yeah, it's coming up a little bit, not a lot, there's not a lot left detail-wise on this coin. It's been in the ground for a long, long time. Wow. So, yeah, we're just going to try and just shine that up a little bit more and preserve it. It's a beautiful coin. A lot of history there. Okay, this is where we're at. This is a bit of a clean-up so we can get the dates. So you can see what we've got there. A farthing, 1884, a half crown, 1949. In our halfpenny section, we've got an 1862, 1863, an 1873 and an 1874 halfpennies. The one pennies are 1891 and 1889 and the 1861. And over here we've got a 1960 florin, a 1938 sixpence, then a 1950 sixpence, an 1868 threepence, and a 1950 sixpence. And these three coins, I have no idea what the dates are on them. They feel and look like halfpennies, but I cannot get a date. They're pretty crusty, appears to have been in a fire or very, very corroded over time. So they're possibly in the 1800s range, but unable to get a date whatsoever. It's time to tackle this pile. We've got a few pennies here. Yeah, see how we go, halfpennies. And again, same with them. We're just going to keep rubbing them over the brush, getting the dry, dusty stuff off before they go on to a bit of a clean up further along, and see how we go. What you doing now, Jay?
Sharpening up my Andre pencil because I'm wearing it out.
You're wearing it out.
Wearing out my Andre.
All these copper coins. Oh my gosh. We certainly bit off more than we could chew today.
Oh,
it's
well.
going to take quite a long time to clean all these things up.
Oh, we're getting there though. We've done a few over there.
Yeah, I've got my little set there. Keep going. And any others you want me to bring across and help you out and get it done quicker?
Yeah, if you can, like these pennies, if you just give them a bit of a brush with the brush.
I'll hand them over.
And then I can finish them up with the Andre.
All right, I'll put them here and I'll start on those. So we're still rubbing the dust and the dirt off as much as possible. Nearly there. They come up pretty nice with a lot of the bits of dried up dirt off. And this is a 1915 Britannia. I don't know if you can see the dates there. 1915, 1913 there, 1914 next to it. And all I'm doing is just putting the date down for my own reference. I've cleaned up these as well. 1918, 1919, 1917, 1936. All the one pennies. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. Got quite a few done. Going to keep on going with just a couple more and call it a day soon. Well, Jay, you're going to keep at it for a bit longer?
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at these buttons now.
You're on the buttons?
We've got a couple of buttons here that I want to try and scrub up, see if we can get some identification on those.
Rightio.
But yeah, the coins are just about done, I think, for the day.
Yeah, a lot of these coins we can't even see a date on them. Very difficult. So we might leave those. We'll clean these up a bit later. They are very old, obviously. King George II, King George III. So they will be done another day. But let's just get a couple of those button done today and see what they look like, eh? It's a long process. that's for sure.
Yeah. Just trying to get the names to come up there a little bit.
Get a bit of detail so we can do a bit of research. Yeah, good on you, very nice. Hey, kitty cat. You're getting hungry. Time to go inside and feed you? I think so. Well, as you can see, it's an all day long process. It is now 5 o'clock in the afternoon. End of the day for me. I do keep 9 to 5 hours even with metal detecting. That's all for today. We're going to keep you posted on the buttons and the remainder of the coins. Until then, bye for now. Let's go, kitty cat. Get some food.